During my engagement to Mr. Mate, I experienced a lot of the typical wedding stress, by which I mean I was drowning in open waters of anxiety and cheesecake did nothing to fix it. So, in the daytime, it was manageable. I could have chocolate and hugs and private dance sessions in my wedding dress. Nighttime, however, different story. So, I have a sleep disorder, and as a result, I have really vivid dreams. I'm not talking your run-of-the-mill, I'm standing in front of the class naked and giving a speech. No. I have painfully realistic, movie-length sagas with complex characters and rising and falling action, dynamic twists of fate, and vastly overblown effects budget, really. And musical numbers, because why not? Mr. Make often has to wake me up in the middle of the night because I've started, acting out my dreams, kicking him, moving about the room, that sort of thing. Then, when I'm finally awake, he has to deal with me grilling him with strange questions like whether or not he promised me a fluffy baby dragon. Because yes, you did. You did. And I've already named him and converted your office to a dragon cave, so you better get on that. Just saying. Now. Anywho, one night after a particularly stressful day of wedding shenanigans, I had a nightmare. So, I was at our venue 2 hours before the ceremony, and I was struggling to calm down family members who were starting drama. You know the type. Aunts who want to wear nothing but glittery spandex, siblings announcing pregnancies, drunken uncles setting up karaoke equipment, the usual. However, the problem was I was still in my pajamas, completely unprepared, and I was already exhausted. The event was coming, and I wasn't ready. After a while of that, one of my bridesmaids finally stepped into the fray and demanded that I go get my wedding dress. That's when I realized that our venue was at one end of a comically large complex of apartment-style dorm rooms, and my wedding stuff, of course, was in a room way on the other side. So I grabbed a golf cart that happened to be there, and I raced along, stopping frequently to walk into the wrong apartment and have to ask the people there where my stuff was. A lot. I did that a lot. Anywho, I finally reached the end of the complex and the last room, which thankfully contained all of my wedding stuff. My dress, my shoes, accessories, all those essentials. So I pack them all up, I get ready to head out the door, and that's when it hit me. It took me an hour to get there. There was no way that I could get ready and show up to my own wedding on time. It devastated me. And in my dream, I broke down and cried. According to my now husband, I also started whimpering in real life. So it prompted him to reach out, give me a big hug, and snuggle me close, because he's adorable like that. And he didn't succeed in waking me up all the way, but it jolted me enough that my subconscious decided to do something absolutely unexpected. It sent me cavemen. 5 burly, fur-clad cavemen burst into the dorm room, threw me over their shoulder, and shoved all of my belongings into the golf cart. The smallest of them then became the designated driver, while the rest of them began to prep me for my big day. One of them was styling my hair, another took care of my makeup, there was a third one helping me in my dress and accessories, and their leader, known as the mighty Uggity Ugg, gave me the most fantastic mani-pedi I've ever had in my life. The moment I was on ready, as if on cue, we arrived at the venue. Each caveman gave me this teary farewell. Oh, we're so proud. And then Uggity Ugg offered me his arm to lead me inside. Once inside, an estranged and absurdly angry family member tried to ambush me, but Uggity Ugg just set me to the side, picked her up, and forcibly threw her out the front door. Then a bridesmaid approached. She told me that my lovely bouquet had wilted. So Uggity Ugg took the flowers, threw them out the door, and handed me a beautiful bouquet that he had carved out of rocks. A guest yelled that the processional was taking too long. Out the door they went. The chairs all broke. Uggity Ugg found some boulders. I lost my shoes. Uggity Ugg strapped 2 baby dinosaurs to my feet. The best man is radioactive. Not to worry, Uggity Ugg is on the case. Finally, the ceremony's ready to start, but Uggity Ugg signaled me to wait. He walked down the aisle first and picked up every person or object that would offend or hurt or distract me, cradled them gently in his arms, walked over to the front door, and punted them viciously out of my sight. So, once the coast was clear, he gave me this scratchy caveman kiss on my cheek, blew his nose in an obscenely large fur hanky, and gestured me down the aisle. And that is when I woke up. I was feeling more refreshed, de-stressed, and relaxed than I had in months of wedding planning. All of my little worries, those little nagging things that keep you awake, were gone. All because my fairy caveman, my dear Uggity Ugg, drop-kicked them into outer space. So, our wedding day was beautiful. Even when things didn't go quite to plan, it was full of joy, and I loved every moment. And I attribute a big part of that to being able to relax and approach every little change with a smile and a wink, because I knew who was watching over me. And to this day, when I'm stressed or anxious, I can still picture my beautiful fairy caveman taking a club to all of my worries. And it makes everything okay. Long live Uggity Ugg.